was just 20 years old when he stood on the edge of a kingdom that doubted him, surrounded by enemies who expected his fall. But within a single lifetime, this young boy from Macedonia would carve an empire that touched 3 continents and make the ancient world whisper his name like a legend. Alexander, the boy who became a god. From the beginning, Alexander's life felt like a prophecy. Born in 356 BC in Pella, he grew up under the shadow of his father, King Philip II, a brilliant commander who united the Greek states. But it was his mother, Olympias, who filled his mind with destiny, telling him he was descended from heroes, from Achilles himself. At just 13, he was trained by Aristotle, learning philosophy, medicine, logic, and the art of ruling. Yet even then, Alexander wasn't simply a student. He was a fire waiting to ignite. When he was only 16, he commanded troops for the first time, crushing a rebellion but destiny arrived early. When his father Philip was assassinated, the entire kingdom trembled. Rivals rose, enemies circled, and foreign states assumed Macedonia would collapse. Instead, the young prince did something no one expected. He acted fast, ruthless, and precise. In months, he secured the throne, crushed revolts, and marched into the Greek city of Thebes when they refused to accept him. What happened next shocked the ancient world. Alexander destroyed Thebes completely, leaving only temples and the house of a poet alive. And with that single act, Greece understood. This was no ordinary boy. This is a ruler forged for conquest. Then came the greatest challenge in history: Persia, the largest empire the world had ever seen, stretching from Egypt to India, ruled by King Darius III. Most believed Macedonia had no chance. Alexander believed otherwise. At the battle at Issus, he faced Darius himself and defeated him, capturing his family, but treating them with honor. And at Gaugamela, on a flat plain under a burning sky, Alexander broke the spine of the Persian Empire forever. He entered Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis as a conqueror, but ruled with the mind of a leader who understood culture, knowledge, and unity. He married a Persian princess, trained local soldiers, and tried to blend East and West into one world. Yet victory changed him. The deeper he marched into Asia, the more battles carved into his spirit. In India, at the Battle of the Hydaspes, he fought King Porus in a brutal clash under heavy rain and won. But it was a victory that drained his army's will. They begged him to stop. For the first time in his life, Alexander turned back. But destiny would not let him rest. In Babylon, at just 32 years old, the greatest conqueror in human history fell ill. Fever burned the life out of him, and as his generals asked him who should rule after him, he whispered, "To the strongest." And with that, the boy who had once tamed a wild horse named Bucephalus, who had crossed deserts, mountains, and empires, was gone. But his legend was not. Even today, thousands of years later, the world remembers him, not just as a king or a conqueror, but as something greater. A man who dared to shape the world with his own hands, and in doing so, was remembered like a god. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, stay with us. Many more true history stories are waiting. Subscribe so you never miss the next chapter.